Well, a hearty hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we've got a pretty cool video today. I have some pay dirt that was sent to me by a viewer who had won it as a Patreon prize off of another channel that's a viewer, OKIE Prospector. So let's turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana and check this out. I have to say it's very cool. I really appreciate IMZACKSON wanting me to do this pay dirt. They had it sent directly to me instead of to him from OKIE Prospector. And so we're going to do something of his stuff. And this is, like I said, this is a bag of dirt that he won as a Patreon prize on OKIE Prospecting. And here you can see there's his very cool OKIE Prospector stickers. I really like those. And he also included an extra bag that says Bayou Gold Guy on it for me. And he had sent a letter along with it saying, Bayou Gold Guy, thank you for doing this for IMZACKSON and for making a video of his prize. I have included a small sample bag for you as a token of my appreciation. I don't know the exact amount of gold you will find, as I just sprinkled in a little gold, some copper, and a good dose of black sand. I hope you enjoy. Also, I love your videos and try to catch everyone. Sincerely, OKIE Prospector. I have to say, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. And this is the first time I've had any pay dirt that's ever had any copper in it. And he said you could see some pieces of copper showing up in the bag already. So this is going to be really cool. So let's get cleaned up here and get set up, and we'll be right back. So, all right, we've got our Garrett set up as well as Dingy Doris, because I'm not sure what we're going to be dealing with in this, but you can open it up. Well, there's some copper right there that you can see. It's come out of the coin. It's a Queen Elizabeth. I guess that's Australian. Watch out. So we'll put this one for our odds and ends that come out. We're going to start by dumping this in the kitchen strainer size to see what we can separate out from the start. We're already seeing if you've caught any of his videos, he puts some really cool stuff in his bags. As far as you can already see, there's some stones, some polished stones that have shown up there. Actually, we've got a few coins showing up in there. And I've seen some of his bags he put in, looks like he's put in a pound of of copper. So, very cool. But yeah, as you can see in this one, we've already got some polished stones. Very cool. Very neat colors. Some smaller. Looks like a big clump of silver there. Piece of quartz. A shard of quartz, very nice. Look at that cool chunk of copper. That's a neat looking piece there. So, all right, well, we'll get this separate out. There's a couple more, some more coins showing up in here. It looks like we've got again, I'm not familiar with coins at all. I'm not a coin guy, but we've got a few varieties there. It looks like maybe a Greek coin. I'm not sure. There's a wheat penny from 1941. So we'll stick those to the side. We will go ahead and throw this other stuff in this pan. And again, you can see there is some cool pieces of copper Like I said, I've never had copper and pay dirt before, so that's a new thing. And then we've got our fine stuff. I do not know how much gold we're looking for in this at all. Zach did not tell me, and actually I'd gotten a message from Okie asking me if he had told me, I think in the chat, one of the videos, and I forgot to answer him that no, I did not. But we're going to find out here. So let's go ahead, situate this. We'll dump some of this out into here. We'll leave us about that much to get started to see what we're dealing with. And let's get into it. This kind of has that that desert, almost like a kind of a lynch mining quality to it, as far as being, looks like it's pretty clean. It's not putting out a lot of organics or a lot of muddying up the water real bad at all. I imagine there will be. We'll run the magnet through before the next batch and see because I've seen him put in a lot of black sand in some of his bags as well. But we're doing this one a little out of a little earlier in the week. I've got my Friday video, regular Friday video, ready to go. But I wanted to do this one because he has made up a bag that he's doing on a raffle for his channel, $10 a spot, and it's a bag with over it's over 3.5 grams of gold. It's got like over a gram nugget in it. It looks like, again, a pound of copper. Beautiful copper, all different sizes, and some copper nuggets, as well as coins and polished stones, and just a really cool bag of pay dirt. And so since I had this from him, I told him I would get this out, and we give a shout out for the raffle and leave a link on the video, because he's got a video making up the bag on his channel, and has the PayPal link and the Cash App link. So if you wanted to get some spots on that, and so yeah, that's why we're doing this here on the midweek, as opposed to a rock tumbling video, one of maybe the fillers that I do in sometimes in between my other one, to try to help Okie out there on his raffle and show this cool pay dirt. So again, I'm really appreciate the fact that Zach wanted me to do this on it. He's a regular on my channel for a long time. He's always in the chat room. I've said it before, he's one of the main moderators there, that's always putting out links for people that are on there, that's share them, and like I said, just very a great guy. He's got to leave a link to his channel as well, because he's just put out a couple of really cool videos going through an old mine. I forget what barite, whatever. I forget what it's what they were mining out of. But it's really cool video to check out. So, but like I said, he had won this and wanted me to do it, so I just really appreciate that, and that they wanted to help support my channel as well. So, but yeah, that's some black sand there at the bottom there. All right, let's see what we got in the bottom here. I think I already saw. Yeah, there's a flake of gold showing up right there in the first pan. A few little specks showing up there. That's always a nice start. I said it from the first pan that I did of this stuff back almost a year ago, that I can't see this ever getting old. Seeing that gold appear in your pan, whether it's 5 grams or 0.05 tenths of a gram. It's just seeing that gold appear out of dirt is like I said, it never gets old. It's very cool. All right, well, you can see I'm gonna have to work through this and get this stuff cleaned out, but we've got some nice flakes going, so we'll be back. And if you can hear, the birds are definitely back in force in the backyard. They are chattering it up out here today. There we are. Another nice little chunk there at the top, and some smaller pieces. So, all right, well, let's get this sucked up and we'll be back. All right, we're at the bottom of another one, and you can see we've got some pretty nice wire gold in with this one now. Some nice little splinters of wire gold in there. So very cool. We'll suck that up. Oh, if we can get that little shard out of there, and we'll be back with the next one. So we are at the bottom of our last fine minus kitchen strainer stuff. You can see there's a few tiny specks of gold there too. So nice little cluster at the end there. Now we can move on to our bigger material here. Of course, we got a lot of copper again showing up in this. There's that cool piece again. Just poured, I guess it was poured molten, and I'm not sure. I mean, I always thought that copper had to be, you know, processed out, that copper ore itself was always just in rock, that no copper formed like this in chunks or in pieces in nature, that it all had to be you know, smelted. But I don't know, this are definitely some cool pieces there. In the camera there, it has that gold look whenever you're when you're looking at it. Another rock with a piece there. Very cool wire. And another big slug. And then another hunk of silver. And a few other pieces, smaller pieces of copper showing up in there. So, all right, very cool. Let's see what else we can wash out of here. The copper did hold pretty tight with the gold there, that I noticed. The smaller pieces that were in that last classification. But yeah, that was so it's very interesting having copper in pay dirt for the first time. Watch down here. We're getting pretty close. There's a little piece of silver showing up there, so let's see what washes out this way. Another hunk of copper there standing out. It's like a piece of pyrite, nice chunk of pyrite there. Pull that out separate. That big piece of copper. Definitely makes for an interesting pan to go through. So there you can see we've got a variety of, there's our silvers, and our coppers. So, all right. Another piece of pyrite. piece of silver I can't get out of there. We'll suck that up with, watch out, I'm knocking my thing over, see if we can suck that up. Well, can't suck it up. Oh, there, I got it picked up. But yeah, that's a neat flat piece of silver there. All right, that's that. We got one pan left to go here. These are some smaller pieces of silver showing up in here now. I mean, copper. Add a little more. Add the old Garrett. There's a nice quartz. Looks like a quartz shard there. Put that off to the side. All right, well, I'm going to work through this and we'll get down to the bottom. All right, well, we're at the bottom of our bag there. There's our of our Plus Kitchen Center stuff. There's a chunk of gold there, and you can see all the copper and pieces of silver. And there's more of the little BBs down in the bottom of the pan there that roll down. They roll very easily. But yeah, the gold almost got lost there in the cluster. So we'll get that piece sucked up. And we'll wash around a couple more times just to make sure no gold's hanging at the top. And you can see that stuff does not move easily. But that's some pyrite. And remaining stuff there is not gold, so that's another chunk of pyrite. So, all right, well, very cool. Now, I think we're going to go ahead and go for the 2-for-1. I might have enough time. I'm going to get this one busted open. We'll take a look at it real quick and get through it and see what we look like. All right, well, I got a little ahead of myself. We didn't do our snuffer dump, so there is our dump and clean out, and you can see there is some very, very fine gold in with this stuff, along with our little chunks and pieces there. Occasional piece of pyrite still showing up, but yeah, very pretty. Some wire gold and some very fine gold. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and stick this in the drying pan and free up our bottle and get into the next bag. So very cool stuff. And then we've also got our, well, I guess I can zoom out there, all of our coins, our rocks, our silver, and our bunch of copper. So really cool stuff in that. Like I said, this was a Patreon award bag. So all right, that was a very cool bag from that Patreon bag. Now this is the bonus bag that he sent me, and you can see there's some magnetics in it. He already said there was some copper and some gold. So I think it's just taped. Let's see here. Oh, look at that! Some more cool stones coming out. He also was selling some pay dirt bags. I know he had sold out of them. He just did a video on them, and again, there were some very cool looking cooking bags made up with some really good stuff in them. And but like I said, I'll have the link in his video, and you can like I said, check it out with his PayPal. And there's some really nice gems and stuff in there. Some copper. There's a seashell, a fossilized shell. Very cool. Beautiful polished stones, some turquoise, piece of amethyst. So just very, very neat stuff. So let's get this set up here and I will be back. Again, just to show, I picked out my stuff out of here. There's another like fossilized piece I pulled out, and it was a piece of this tiger's eye polish. That's a very nice little gem there. And then, like I said, we've got another cool, very cool purple magenta, and nice globs of copper. That's a big double glob there. So just really, really neat stuff. A couple of dark rocks that are in there. So let's check out. And like I said, he didn't even say really how much gold was in this either. He just had sprinkled some in to go with the copper and other stuff. Just as and a bunch of black sand, as we saw. The bag was sticking to it. So we're going to ease through some of this and see what comes of it. I've got limited time again on my. I have to apologize. The last few videos have not been quite to par. Having to use this other phone. I've had phone issues still and limited data time, so I haven't been able to put my music intros or exits on it, and they've been a bit more abbreviated than normal. But that uses up so much data just for that stuff. I really don't have it to do intros and exits even for 20 or 30 seconds, cutting into the time that I want to have on the videos. So, and the same thing with the issues I've been having with end screens. My overall views have dropped by about 1,000 per month over the last 6 weeks dealing with this, basically, and that I've been 6 or 8 weeks, I guess. It's been having real issues with these end screens, and you actually pick up a lot of views off your end screens. That's one of the best things you can do for your channel. That's off of vidIQ, the service I was telling y'all about before. Recommends how to build your channel and things to do for views and all that. But that's basically, you get, for every 100 views you get, YouTube puts out 700 impressions the next week for you. So whenever you start dropping views, you exponentially lose more views, and then just the same way as gaining them. So I think those end screens have really had more effect than I knew. But I do appreciate all the viewers and subscribers and all the comments on the videos. It's like I said, it's really been a great experience. There's not many things that I can ever say in my life that I have done every week for a year solid, like I have doing this YouTube. I mean, stuff that's not, required going to work or something that's mandated for your life, but nothing compares to the time that's gone into this, and the regularity it's prompted, that I've never done with anything extracurricular or hobby or anything related that's just voluntary. So there's something about it for sure. Gold fever. I guess that's the clearest reason for it. That's a poignant example of gold fever. So, all right, well, I've been sitting here rambling. I better watch. I'm talking about time. I'm burning it. So let me get this finished up, and I'll be back. All right, we're down to the bottom of our less than kitchen strainer size. We have some nice little chunks of gold and a flake of copper there. So we'll move on to the larger size. Alright, this is our plus size out of the little thank you bag he sent me. I picked most of the little goodies out of it. Let's see, there's still some fine pieces of copper and silver in there. Very cool bag though. That was pretty challenging. There was quite a bit of black sand to get through. To get around those flakes. That's a pretty little rock there. We'll throw that in the thing. That'll go in my polisher. Well, didn't turn off put on the airplane mode. Another cool yellow one there. That'll go in. And you can see we've got a pretty good amount of copper building up there in the back. Yes, we do. So, all right, we are in with our dried gold. Nice little cluster there. So let's turn on our scale and see what we recovered here. So like I said, there's some really fine gold in this. It looks like we got back 0.180. Oh, it was 180,178. Yeah, it looks like these are the first one it hits on is where it'll balance out. So 180, 0.180 tenths of a gram on that. Very cool. Like I said, that was for the Patreon bag. And I told him I would, was going to send him back something. He's like, oh, just keep it, count it as free gold. But he's going to get some, at least a vial of Gator Eyes with some gold in it there for him. And probably get a little something for OKIE Prospector too for sending me that cool second bag that he did. But you can see there we got some, I still got some fine black sand in there because this gold was so tiny. I really just didn't want to lose it. Second out, that's fine gold there along with that sand. This camera doesn't let me zoom quite as close in as I did on my other one, but like I said, some neat little chunks there. Very cool. And then of course we have the cool bag, a bunch of copper and coins, polished stones, the turquoise, the quartz, some silver. Like I said, it was very fun. I really like those purplish kind of whatever magenta colored veined polished rocks. So, and this piece of copper here actually has it's like a cup inside where it's formed around it, and the hole. Really cool, very unique shape there. I really like that stuff. So, all right, now look at, this is what I got out of my little sample bag he sent me there with the. It had some little bit of fine gold in it as well, some tiny gold, and then we had all of our cool pieces that came with that. Another piece of that tiger's eye, the cool polished stone, the seashell. It's actually snail shell that you can see. That's a fossil, and I believe this is a fossil back here. More of the copper. Some neat rocks, some amethyst, a piece of peridot back there. So really, like I said, thank you so much. That was really fun. I've never done anything that had copper in it. It is a neat addition to the bag. So let's put our thing on here. We'll just check for weight because he just said he didn't know. He'd just sprinkle a little bit in there. He didn't even know what he'd put in here. So just to see. Oh, watch out there, watch out there. 0.069.7. So nice little smattering of gold there in with the dirt, and some challenging dirt too. There was plenty of black sand in there for that, for sure. Well, all right. I think that will wrap us up for this episode of OKIE Prospector Pay Dirt Review. I thank OKIE Prospector and Zach, IMZACKSON, for sending me that, letting me do that bag, and supporting the channel. Thank all of you for watching, and I hope I didn't bore you guys talking about the channel a little bit there on the analytics. And the vidIQ is a really good site to go to, though, to build your channel. They have a lot of good suggestions, and like I said, I'm curious about other people's channels as far as how they fluctuate and how they go. So I know a lot of y'all have invested quite a bit of time in the channel watching over the last year, and I really appreciate that. So that's just kind of sharing a little bit of insight. Again, thank y'all so much. Really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you would like the video, hit the like button. And until the next time, this is Bayou Gold Guy saying thank you so much, and peace out, my friends. Have a good one.